Hello and welcome to Theme Park Information. In today's show we're going to be doing a review for Walibi Holland. Now this is a park I first went to about 20 odd years ago, and it is great to see the park has improved quite dramatically since then. So there will be separate ride reviews for Untamed, Yoi and Lost Gravity, but let's just say for the most part they have a really solid roller coaster lineup with great variety, a good options as well in terms of airtime and inversions and such. And then there's some poor sort of things in terms of the fact they have something like Condor, which is the world's first suspended looping coaster, and that was absolutely awful and left me with bruises and stuff like that. Not fun at all. So I'd say the Walibi parks are a chain in Europe. They are generally fairly affordable. It was about £32 for a ticket. Obviously that might vary depending on the exchange rate and such like that as well. But yeah, generally pretty decent. Hours when I went to the park was 10 till 6, which is okay. Bear in mind it's fairly early in the season as well, so generally probably did just about have enough time to get everything done. Getting to the park is an interesting one. It is not as close to Amsterdam as it potentially would be great you'd like it to be, but you are able to get a bus there, and pretty much obviously can drive as well. It's about like sort of 40 minutes or so away from Amsterdam city centre and such, so there is some benefits there. Obviously, yes, sadly not the easiest journey, but doable and in good time as well. I'd say getting into the park was very straightforward and simple. I'd say the park was very well presented, it's a very clean, very tidy park. Does have a lot of like sort of character and charm, and it's a bit quirky and different to some other parks as well, which does generally work quite nicely in its favour. I'd say you do have several really good roller coasters, which will have their own separate views, so I won't go too much into them here. But needless to say, really enjoyed Lost Gravity, really enjoyed Untamed, and really did enjoy their new roller coaster Yoi as well, which also as well stopped an area of the park being a bit of a dead end as well. So if that could be put through into a few more areas, I think it'd be really helpful. They do seem to be a bit of a weird layout sort of design for the park, so yeah, that's not great. One of the other things I would say was pretty ropey / rubbish was food options. Again, I don't know if it's just down to it being quite early in the season, but lots of the sort of outlets were closed. And the outlets that were open didn't quite have the necessary sort of options as well, which was a little bit disappointing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I did actually really enjoy my day there. They tended to handle the queues very well. There was a few poor operations in terms of having one train, but it did at least get dispatched fairly quickly. And in fairness as well, it is at least a fairly nice park to be in. Great lines for photography as well. They have a Ferris wheel, which is always a really cool ride to have at a park. There is a particular order to do the park in, I believe. I am very tempted to do a plan of attack video for the park as well, just to put it out there. And I mean, I will be honest, it's definitely a park worth visiting. I say you have some great rides, you have it where it's not too expensive, it's pretty straightforward to get there. They have a decent collection, and it's a clean, tidy, well kept park. Most of the staff do speak some level of English, which is always really appreciated and helpful. And just generally, there wasn't anything which was necessarily too bad. I'd say could have just done with a few more food options being open. And that was probably the main sort of real kicker. And again, if the park had a few less dead ends and stuff like that would also be really appreciated as well. So anyway, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content. I'll catch you guys on the next one.